First and foremost, all praises are due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us his truth. Salutations to the brothers around the four corners of the earth who are teaching this word and truth and sincerity. And shalom for Israel, the few men, women, and children that believe in this word. This is your brother Kawat Sabah coming at you with titled Another Excuse to Bring in the CHIP. And of course, this came out a couple weeks ago that 2.9 billion people's Social Security information was breached. But as we know, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. We know he wants to bring in every excuse to bring about the CHIP. So he has to bring various problems. Okay. Then there's going to be a reaction. And then the ultimate solution will be the MOTB spoken of in Revelation 13, verse 16. So this is just one of the many excuses to bring about that CHIP system. You also have, of course, people robbing stores, crash and dash, robberies in general, cyber attacks. All right. All these are excuses to bring about this MOTB system. So they have to bring up a whole bunch of problems. And we know that's, part of Jacob's trouble, the orchestrated chaos that they have to bring about. So let's read this article a little bit. So the heading says, National Public Data confirms massive data breach included Social Security numbers. Let's read a little bit of the article. Involving Social Security numbers and other personal data on millions of Americans. You see, it says here, national public data, you see? So we know the elites of the Edomites have control of this system, so they can do with it whatever they want to bring about their ultimate plan. Let's continue. The Coral Springs, Florida company posted on its website a notice this week that there appears to have been a data security incident that may have involved some of your personal information. The incident is believed to have involved a third-party bad actor that was trying to hack into data in late December 2023 with potential leaks of certain data in April 2024 and summer 2024. That's great timing considering the election is going to be coming up soon and very soon, as well as we know Elder Apostle Tahar labeled this year, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. So those of us who are part of the hopeful elect, we hope it kicks off because we want to get out of here. We want to see Babylon America be destroyed by fire, okay? When the Lord Yahweh Shai comes down, cracking those clouds. Let's continue. News about the breach first came from a class action lawsuit filed in U.S. District Court in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and first reported on by Bloomberg Law. Stolen from national public data were 2.9 billion records, including names, addresses, social security numbers, and relatives dating back at least 3 decades. All right, so that's enough of that. So we know that they're going to bring about all types of, devices in order to convince people that the CHIP will be the solution to the problem. So let's read 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, okay, the hopeful elect, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So those of us who are part of the hopeful elect, I said it in humility, we are not ignorant of what this devil is planning. We know he has to bring about a bunch of problems, you see, in order to bring about his MOTB system. So we understand the game plan, you see. We have an inside track provided to us via the Holy Spirit, the Rakak Wadash, from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So let's get a definition of that word devices. And it says here, all right, this is the Greek translation of the word devices.
Strong's G 3540. Naima. Naima.
All right, let's continue here. Let's see what it says here. For devices, a mental perception, thought, an evil purpose. So we know the elites of the Edomites in general, they are the wicked. So they have an evil purpose in mind. Okay? Problem, reaction, solution. Let's continue. That which thinks, the mind, thoughts, or purposes. So he's thinking that if he can bring about enough chaos that people will buy into the plan to get a C-hip implanted in their forehead or in their hands. So let's go back here. He taketh the what? Hold on. Is that it? Here we go. Yeah, Job chapter 5 and verse 13. Let's read verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So in reality, Yahweh is controlling both sides, the left-hand side and the right-hand side. The left-hand side, the elites of the Edomites, and the right-hand side of the righteous, okay, those of us of the hope for elect. So he's controlling both sides, but he's going to disappoint the devices of the crafty. Just as Esau gets his system implemented, okay, that's when World War III is going to start, and that's when Yahweh Shai is going to come down, okay, in the big gigantic spaceship, the chariot, to destroy Babylon America and to extract and beam up the 1/3 here in Babylon America, and you have select elect throughout the world, the Hebrew Israelites, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now, 2/3 of our people who get caught up in this mess, many of them are going to take that C-hip, and they're going to be destroyed in the presence of the angels and the Lamb, and that's pursuant to Revelation chapter 14, verses 9 and 10. So like it says here, the Lord is going to disappoint the devices of the crafty. In the hope for elect, we are not ignorant of the devices of Satan. We know his ultimate plan. We've been given the inside track via Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Let's read verse 13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried along. Let's read Job 5 and verse 13 in NLT. He traps the wise in their own cleverness. Esau thinks he's fucking slick, so their cunning schemes are thwarted. You see? That's a tongue twister. Let's read, let's go to Psalms 37. And let's read verse 7. Psalms 37 and verse 7, and it reads, so this is for the elect. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. We know patience means long suffering. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. So the ultimate wicked device that he wants to bring about is the MOTB, spoken of in Revelation 13, verse 16. But really everything is being planned by Yahweh in order. The main thing is to get the elect delivered out of Babylon America when it is destroyed by nuclear fire, nuclear missiles, and laser fire from the chariots of the Lord and the angels. So that's the ultimate plan. Okay, Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's comings and goings are of the Lord. How can he then understand his way? We're all robots of Yahweh. He's the ultimate director, so to speak. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 5. 1 Peter chapter 5, and let's read verse 8. All right? And it reads, be sober, which means clear-minded, alert, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, and our adversary is the devil, the Hebrew Israelites, our adversary is Esau. That's our main adversary. Okay? Esau, the Edomite, so-called white man, the devil. All right? So he's saying here, be sober. Peter is, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And many of our people are going to seek to save their life through taking this C-hip because he's going to bring it about very smooth. You see what I'm saying? He's going to be smooth with it. You know, you're going to be able to get money on this C-HIP. All right. Your medical is going to be on there. You can open your car door. You can keep track of your dogs. You can keep track of your children. So he's going to make it very smooth to many of our people. All right. So many of our people are going to take that C-HIP and they're going to be destroyed. But the elect are not going to be fooled into taking the C-HIP. So some of us may die. Some of us may be put in prison, as it says in Matthew chapter 24, but you're going to receive a crown of life. You see, if you die, if you're executed, if your head is chopped off, so on and so forth, you're going to receive a crown of life. You're going to be beamed up on the day of the Lord. So let's continue. Let's go to Revelation 13. Revelation chapter 13. Let's read verse 11. All right. And it reads, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb." We know a lamb is very gentle. "And he spake as a dragon." So this represents the illusion of choice that many of our people are falling for with this election. Okay. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are being controlled by the elites of the Edomites, the bankers. So it doesn't matter who wins. They're going to put their ultimate plan into effect to bring about that MOTB, which is total control. They want to be like Yahweh. They want to be like God, you see? So when it says here, he had two horns like a lamb, it's going to come very gentle. You have a choice, either Kamala or Trump, you see? So whoever you choose, it doesn't matter. The ultimate plan of the elites is going to go into effect. You don't have a choice. And it says here, "And he spake as a dragon," meaning the draconian measures they're going to bring about, because all the chaos they're going to create during Jacob's trouble, the race wars, the race riots, the cyber attacks, however they do it, whatever black swan event they bring about, you see, whatever excuse they can bring about to bring about the solution, they're going to do, because people are going to react. People are going to riot. Okay, when the economy collapses, people are going to riot. When the food prices go up, people are going to riot. When food is out of the stores and food runs out, people are going to riot and go crazy. So they're going to bring in martial law troops. They're going to have lockdowns. You know, you're hearing about the bird flu, the monkeypox. So you create the problems, and then you have a reaction, and then you have the solution. And you can bring about your draconian system, and the main impetus is going to be the MOTB. Revelation 13, verse 16. So let's get that next. Well, let's get a precept. Let's go to Psalm chapter 55. All right. Psalm chapter 55, and let's get verse 21. You know, Psalms is a big chapter. Psalms 55 and verse 21, and it reads, "The words of his mouth," whose mouth? Okay, the devil. Particularly the elites of the Edomites, the bankers. "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter." You see, we'll put money on the C-HIP. You'll get a monthly stipend. Okay, you'll be able to eat. There won't be any more famine. Just take this C-HIP. But war was in his heart. Okay, the ultimate thing is he wants to have total control. All right, his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So you don't know what's going to happen once you get that instrument, this CHIP, okay, smaller than a grain of rice, inserted in your forehead or your hand. You don't know what he can turn the C-HIP off. You see, he has control over you then, okay? You have no more control. Also, you have a chance to get the grievous sore spoken of in Revelation chapter 16, cancer. They did studies on rats that got this RFID chip inside them, and many of them got cancer. So you don't know what's in store once you get that C-HIP inserted inside you. So let's continue. Let's go to Revelation 13, and let's get verses 16. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark," the charagma in the Greek, "in their right hand or in their foreheads." So it's an actual mark, all right? Many of these Hebrew Israelite groups are saying it's not a mark that's going to be inserted, that it's sin. No, it's an actual thing. It's going to be inserted in your right hand or your forehead if you don't have the knowledge, okay? If the Holy Spirit of Rakak Wadash is not working with you as a Hebrew Israelite, so-called Black, Latino, and Native American here in Babylon, America, and scattered throughout the world, okay? If the Holy Spirit is not guiding you, you're going to take that MOTB and you're going to be destroyed. You see? So he's going to bring it about smooth as butter. But then he's going to try to force it upon you, you see, in a draconian way. So let's continue. Verse 17. In that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, okay, which is the actual CHIP, RFID chip, okay, or the name of the beast, which is the modern Roman Empire, the modern day Roman Empire, the EU, European Union, NATO, Babylon, America, or the number of his name, which is the 666 imprint, okay, the mathematical imprint inside that C-hip. When you go to the store, okay, and the barcode goes across the scanner, that's the mathematical universal product code that they developed in 1975. So they've been planning this thing for a long time. It's called gradualism. Little by little, you bring it about. You see, you can't bring it all at once, but little by little, you bring it about. The UPC code, the 666 scanning that came about in 1975. Then you have a credit card, you see, and then you have a chip in the credit card, okay? And then you implement something on the phone, you see, but then you'll come up with something that says, oh, well, the phones aren't safe. So the next step will be what? Putting the C-hip inside your body, all right? So let's continue. I think, you know what? I think that may be it. So I hope this lesson, okay, was edifying to you, and I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.